Welcome back, YouTube. We are hitting a back bicep day today. Solid check-in, but the metabolism is definitely ramping up because we hit pretty much everything to a T from last week and lost about 2 pounds. So yeah, last week check-in, we were 244.2. We checked in today at 242.6. So just about 1.5 pounds lost despite a lot of food. So no surprise, we will probably have a significant bump in calories to try and get back up to 245 and beyond. So we'll see, but yeah, workout wise, energy wise, strength wise, everything's moving in the right direction. Feeling the strength climbing despite the weight kind of stagnating a little bit. And yeah, I mean, the scale is not something to be like hyper obsessive about, but it's definitely kind of just an indicator of what our metabolism is doing right now. And despite the significant amount of food, you know, the weight is going in the opposite direction. Look good, strength good, energy good, mood good. So can't complain too much, but want to kind of dial things in a little bit more and still just try to pack on as much muscle as we can. So we're not really likely gaining a whole lot of muscle if our weight is not moving upwards in total, but you know, who knows? Maybe in some fantasy world, I'm staying the same weight because I'm just gaining so much muscle and losing so much fat at the same time. But I don't think that's quite the case. So sticking to the plan, working hard, eating hard, sleeping hard. Wash, rinse, repeat. Ooh. Yeah, so starting off today, warming up, quote unquote, warming up with some pull-ups. Did some bodyweight pull-ups. Got like, 8 to 10 reps, give or take. But last time I did pull-ups, I was about 40 pounds lighter. So definitely a little bit more difficult, but one of those things where you get good at pull-ups by doing pull-ups. So trying to use those more as my warm-ups lately. Well, starting now, and see if we can just kind of progress with those and use it kind of as a metric of relative strength. Meaning, like, as my weight is going up, can I continue doing the same number of pull-ups? Can I do more pull-ups? As opposed to I'm gaining all this size, but now I can't like do a pull-up, for example. That's not really the goal. So yeah, doing some pull-ups here, using assistance on the last set here, just so we can get a little bit more volume, control the tension, control the tempo, and employ some of the kind of RTS methodologies of trying to like pull the bar apart to increase lat activation. But yeah, straight arm pull downs, pull-ups. We're gonna work into some pull downs in rows now, and just get after it. Get thick, wide, dense, and huge. We are hitting our pull down variation now. The other pull down we typically use was taken, but I want to be able to use this one every once in a while, especially to be able to use the cam system. So we have a cam position on 5, which just means it's going to be hardest in the most lengthened and medium range, and a little bit easier at that bottom range. So where you typically would fail is not being able to get the weight all the way down to your chest. With the Prime Fitness Smart Cams, we're able to manipulate that a little bit. So kind of making sure we're just failing holistically in accordance with the strength curve. Obviously being stronger at the top, loading it more at the top, being weaker at the bottom naturally. So loading it a little bit less at the bottom. So just trying to kind of match things a little bit more and try to get as optimal as we can. Optimal. Everyone loves that word. What time do you think you're going to get started, Aaliyah?
I can let you know in a second. I'm going to text him and see what time he wants to leave.
Okay. I mean, I'll be pretty much from 1 until 4. I'm wide open, so.
Okay.
See ya. Oh. Okay, so we got our pull downs in, got some rows in here. We're gonna do another row variation with the DC rows. We'll get another pull down variation and then just get into some biceps. Keep it real simple. Probably superset biceps in with some rear delts, just for some extra rear delt volume. Yeah, not much else to it, honestly. Just got to get some food in soon. Ooh, it is raining. Big body. A bow body.
Creating acronyms.
What does the B stand for? Business. I like it. Okay. Last set here. Come on. Ooh. Yeah, so kind of that just rounded back position, elbows tracing really low down towards the hips. Just trying to get the last little bit of lat that we can and see if we can kind of still kind of bias that lower lat insertion as much as possible. It is really raining. Man. It really doesn't feel all that different than a regular row, but I will say the effect and result of added density into the lower portion of my lat, having those lats go down lower. Almost like if you saw the Detroit Pro this past weekend, you see the William Bonac's like lats essentially like touching his ass. There's like almost no lower back, no separation. It's pretty wild to see just such a low lat insertion, but definitely feel like I've been adding more density to that lower lat since incorporating this movement. Okay. Switching to more single arm rear delt variations just to really maximize that lengthened stretch position. I've talked about this a lot in the past, but conceptually, when we think about like a lengthened partials, if the lengthened phase of the motion is truly that beneficial, then sometimes you're gonna have to make modifications on time or, you know, positions. In this case, doing unilateral variations, because really, if you think about like getting the rear delt to the most lengthened position, how are we gonna stretch the rear delt? We're gonna, you know, do this exercise where we're pulling and stretching across our body. So we need to start from that position and pull into a more neutral position. So really, when we think about lengthened partials, half of y'all, if not more, aren't even really doing them. So, and it's including myself sometimes too. Ooh. All right, so just a little TRX strap with our knockoff TRX straps. Just a little finisher here. So we're gonna knock out some TRX, just suspended curls, rear delts, and just kind of cycle through that 3 sets to failure. Just supersetting, just kind of getting a lot of blood flow in here. Thanks, Nicholas. I like these straps because you can actually keep a pretty consistent amount of tension. I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily like using them just because it's kind of unquantifiable. You don't have like a set weight, but same thing with doing a push-up or a pull-up or things like that. It's like, okay, yeah, you can quantify your body weight, but because you're suspended, technically, if you want to get into the physics of it, you're not really doing your entire body weight, all that stuff. But again, your muscles don't know, nor do they care. Are you getting a good pump from the exercise? Are you getting good stimulus from the exercise? Then do it. If you can't count it, who cares? Okay, so that is a wrap for today. Back bicep day, check-in day. Again, had a pretty solid check-in. The look is there despite the scale being down a little bit, so not really too concerned. We'll see what Justin wants to do in terms of calories, carbs, food, etc. But other than that, really, everything's moving in the right direction. Everything's really sustainable. Food piece isn't too difficult, and that we're not like struggling to get in calories right now. We could definitely stomach some more food. Yeah, I mean, everything, can't complain. Having a great overall experience, highly recommend if you are in the market for a coach or thinking about doing a show and you don't want to hire me, then hire my coach. But both are great options. I do have coaching spots available. So yeah, that is an option. If not, you know, then hop on with someone a little bit more experienced, a little bit more expensive, a little bit more busy, like Justin. But he's the best for a reason. He's one of the best for the reason. Obviously, you saw what he did with Brandon Curry this year, and just more and more good stuff going to come. And hopefully, I'm one of those good stuffs we're talking about. So we'll get a little rest day in tomorrow, hit the road to Oklahoma City on Friday, and keep things rolling. So, Bo Alexander, thank you for liking, watching, following, subscribing, loving, hating, all that stuff. Again, contact me for coaching, contact me for questions, consultations, all that stuff, and we will see you on the next one.